Thank you, Becky. Okay, so hello everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Dr. Bella Smith. I'm going to talk about the menopause. I'm really grateful for your time because I know it's lunchtime. The bridge is shut. The wind is really strong. Ipswich, I don't know if you've been outside. Ipswich is a standstill at the moment. So I'm really grateful that you're all here. I'm also really excited to be talking about menopause because I see a lot of women who suffer in silence, and the fact that we're here, the fact that this exists, the fact that I've been invited, the fact we're talking, I think is amazing. So thank you. So very informal chat. If you want to ask me questions at any point, please just ask away, okay? Right, let's start. Before I start, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, okay, just to get us in the mood. So I'm going to tell you about a lady called Mary. Now obviously this is not a real person because it would not be right to tell you that. This is a person that I've kind of created. It's sort of about 100 different women all put together, and I've come up with her, and I've given her name Mary, and she is 45 years old. And Mary works in London. She works long hours. She's very successful, works in finance, commutes daily on the train to London from Suffolk. So she's very busy, very successful. Now she comes in to see me. She sits down as a GP. She sits down and she says, Dr. Smith, I am so worried about my memory. And it turns out, she said, for the last 6 months, I have been feeling like I have got what she describes as brain fog. I'm not myself. And as soon as she starts talking, she starts to cry. She's big tears, really distressed. So we take a moment. It turns out her mother had dementia, died from dementia, Alzheimer's. Her father's now on his own. So for Mary, this is her worst nightmares coming true. She's absolutely terrified. Where we go from there, we do our systematic questions and history taking. So I discuss her mental health. So yes, she's tearful. Yes, she cries a lot. She said, I just don't have control of my emotions. But I'm not depressed. I don't feel sad. I just can't stop crying. Her physical health, so physically she's very well. She says, you know, her bowels, she's not breathless, there's no cough, there's no urinary symptoms, she's pretty fit and well. Come in, have a seat, that's all right. And then in terms of sexual health, she's sexually active, but she just doesn't fancy it at all at the moment. In terms of her periods, they are incredibly heavy and chaotic and causing her all heaps of problems. And then we talked about her social health. So she is working long hours, as you heard. She's very stressed. She has a partner. She has her dad, who she worries about. She's got her children, who are one's at uni, one's at school. She's worried about them. She has no time for herself. She never exercises for that reason. She's drinking. She tells me she's drinking too much alcohol. She has white wine at night, 2 or 3 glasses at least every night, because she just can't switch off. She's not sleeping well. She hasn't got time to eat well, so her diet is not ideal, and she's having ready meals late at night when she gets home. And we have this long conversation. I then examine her, so blood pressure, we do heart, lungs, I do a memory test. Her memory is 100%, so she scores top score out of the memory test. There's nothing wrong with her memory. Mary is perimenopausal at the age of 45, and this is normal. And Mary has spent the last 6 months worrying and thinking that she has Alzheimer's, and actually she is perimenopausal, and she has suffered in silence because of it. There is so much that we can do to help Mary. So we can help with her lifestyle, her diet, there's self-help, there is just reassurance can help, there is exercise, but there is also medication, HRT, hormone replacement, non-hormone replacement, supplements, talking therapies. There's heaps that can be done. And today I'm going to talk through them all.